Hi everybody, Miss Abate here. Okay, today's lesson, we're going to be working on a vocabulary skill today. And this is a skill that you have already learned, okay? So I hope this is going to bring a lot of understanding and get you guys thinking a little bit deeper into the subject, okay? So today we're going to be focused on suffixes, okay? So if you remember, a suffix is a letter or a group of letters that comes at the end of a word, okay, to change its meaning. Now, the two suffixes we're going to focus on today are full, F-U-L, and ly, L-Y. Okay, so when we have the suffix full, F-U-L, it means full of. Okay, ly, when we have the suffix ly, ly, it means in a certain way, or it means when or a time period. Okay, so for example, if the leaves are very colorful, that means they are full of color. Colorful, F-U-L, full of what? Color. It's attached to that word color, right? And if we have a word like slowly, the turtle moves slowly. In what way did the turtle move? Ly means in a certain way, so it's attached to slow. So the turtle moved slow, in a slow way. Awesome. Okay, make sure you guys have something to write with and something to write on, and we're going to get right on into our lesson today. All right, so we are going to use this text, a prairie guard dog, and we're going to look for suffixes, words with suffixes in this text. Okay, just like I said, a suffix is a word part, such as full or ly, that is added to the end of a root word. To find the meaning of a word that has a suffix, separate the suffix and the root word. All right, so let's get right on into it. We're going to read this passage right here. Find the suffix in the word loudly. We can already see it's highlighted. Separate the suffix from the root word. Then use these word parts to figure out the meaning. Then use a think aloud to help you. Okay, good morning. It is early in the morning. First, I see a prairie dog. I name him Pete. He peeks his head out of his burrow underground. He looks around, then Pete calls loudly to his family. Yip! He lets them know it is safe to come out. Soon, 4 prairie dogs come out. All right, so I'm not sure what the word loudly means. The root word is loud, which means full of noise. The suffix ly, which means in a certain way. So I think the word loudly means in a loud way. So I'm going to go ahead and write down. Now I want you guys to write this down on your piece of paper with me. So we're going to write the whole word down loudly. Okay? So now we're going to separate the root word, which is loud, and we're going to put a line in the, a line in between it, and the suffix ly. Now we know ly means in a certain way. So loudly means in a loud way. So I want you guys to write this down. Write the whole word loudly down. Separate the root word, which is loud, from the suffix, which is ly. We know ly means in a certain way. So loudly equals in a loud way. Awesome. I knew you guys could do this. It's too easy for y'all. Okay. Next one. Let's go ahead and read this passage. Same thing. We're going to find the highlighted word in the passage. Then we're going to write the word with the suffix down. Separate the root word from the suffix and figure out what the word means. Okay, here we go. Pete is the guard and he is restless. He cannot rest because he is always looking around for danger. This allows the other prairie dogs to safely munch on grasses and seeds. They can also groom each other or work on their burrow. All right, so let's do this one together. So we just know the word is safely, right? We just read that. It's highlighted, safely. So I want you guys to separate the root word from the suffix. So what is it? Yes, so we have safe is the root word. Let's draw a line in the middle. And what's the suffix? Lee. Yes. So what does Lee mean? We just talked about this. In a certain way. So what does safely mean? Safely means in a safe way. So this allows the prairie dogs to, in a safe way, munch on grasses and seeds. Bingo. Make sure you have that written down. All right. Let's read another passage. Here we go. You guys are going to do this one on your own. Ready? A scare. Oh no, Pete spies a large badger. When he sees it, he gives a loud bark. Yap, yap. His family recognizes the warning. Some hide in tall grasses, and some jump into the burrow. The badger runs at Pete, but the watchful guard is able to escape into the burrow. I'm glad he is able to get away from danger. All right, so your word is watchful, just the highlighted word, okay? So go ahead and separate the root word from its suffix. Go ahead. Okay, what is that suffix? Now, what does that suffix mean? Write that down. So then what does the whole word mean? Write that down. All right, so I hope that you put watch is the root word and that full is the suffix. I hope you wrote down that full means full of. So then I hope you wrote down that watchful means full of watching or looking. He is full of looking around. He is able to do that forever. Well, not forever, but you understand. Okay. And the last one, again, you're going to do this one on your own, and this one might be a little bit tricky for you. Okay. But I know you guys are smart enough to be able to do it. All right. Second shift. I keep watching the burrow. Finally, the sun begins to set and a different prairie dog peeks its head out. I name him Gary. Pete must be off duty. Yip, Gary calls. The other prairie dogs come back out. All right, so you have the word finally. Oh, if I can spell it right. You have the word finally. Okay, separate the root word from the suffix. What is the suffix? What does that suffix mean? And what does the whole word with the suffix mean? What is the meaning of it? So I hope this one made you think a little bit, okay? So we have the word final is our root word. Now we have Lee, okay, as our suffix. So Lee, in this case, remember how I reminded you guys that Lee could mean two things? So this doesn't mean in a certain way. This is just telling you a time or when, okay? So this is telling you a time or when it's taking place. Okay, so finally, just me. Oh, why am I not spelling it right? So finally is telling us when the action or, the action or the subject, the verb is taking place. So when is it happening? It's happening when the sun begins to set. Okay, so that one was just a little bit tricky. It's not our typical suffix, but it's just letting you know that finally, final is the root word, and Lee is just telling you when it's happening or the time that it's happening. And it's happening at the end, right? We know that final is at the end. All right, friends. So excellent job today with your suffixes. I hope this brought a little bit deeper of an understanding and a meaning for suffixes for you guys. I'm sure we'll be having some more suffix videos that will build on even further from that. Okay, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys later.